everybody. Thanks for tuning in to the one and only Friday Night Audit, the only show in hospitality where we're not sure who's happier about that we won't be on the next 2 weeks, ourselves or the audience. I'm Glenn Hausman. That's Greg Sullivan. How you doing, buddy?
Well, you know, Glenn, I've been very happy all day until I saw our opening and realized that's going to be the last time we use that.
Oh, are we getting a new one?
Well, we always do. We, change logos, but
I saw the logos.
We're going to keep the spit take. There's nothing better than Liz Wolf's spit take. Come on.
Well, maybe Dr. Producer Suzanne's spit take. That's pretty high quality spit we got going on in this show. So
it is. I think we should bring out our guest. We got a full show. Who's our guest today, Glenn?
Dude, you're killing me. You're going right into it. No foreplay thing. You're not even going to tease me. Jeez, man.
No, not at all.
Just so everybody knows, if things get a little strange with me today, it's because this is the last piece of content that I will be doing in 2025. You'll see more content from me, but it was previously recorded. So this is the last piece of stuff. So I will introduce our guest today. So basically, Craig, so every once in a while, we bring on somebody that we don't really know too much. What I love about the show is we reacquaint ourselves with friends. We get to show what it's like behind the scenes of hospitality. But sometimes we meet new people, and we can do that in real time at the bar after the conference is over. But we don't have that luxury today, because we're in our home. So we're like, hey, let's get this guy on here. Let's just get to know him in real person. I had a call, we kind of hit it off, so I was like, F it, let's do it. So we're welcome to stage Mr. Raj Chudasama. He's with M1 Intel in Korea Hotel, so he's been in the family for decades, although we don't know each other. Raj, great to see you, man.
Yeah, good to see you. Thanks for having me on.
Welcome.
Oh, you say thanks now. But we'll happy holidays to you. Really appreciate you being here. And one of the things that's important is, we don't know you. So I guess a great way to start is, hey, what are you drinking if you're going to be drinking anything with us tonight?
Yeah. So
that footage first, Glenn.
First? All right. Raj, I know this. Hold up. We got to do some business over here. Got a protocol. I don't want to go to happy hour prison. It's not good. Here we go. All right, now it's official.
All right.
Thank you, Craig.
I want to follow protocol.
So what are you drinking tonight?
I have a glass of red wine here.
Oh, nice. Beautiful. That's you're fancying up this for sure. So Craig, I've got a surprise for you tonight. Well, it's more of a surprise for me. I don't think you're going to give an F. I mean, I'm off the beer, Craig.
Are you going back to tequila tonight?
No, I was buying some holiday spirits for the weekend, and I made an impulse buy online. Bullet old fashioned cocktail.
Oh, look at that.
So I'm like, I've had these a few times in hotels, and Raj, I don't know if you've had these kind of drinks every once in a while in hotels, but it's few of them. It's like they'll give them to you in the room, and it's just like kind of like a nice, fun little different spin on getting that bottle of wine that we usually get. So I got myself a real glass, and I got one of those fancy round ice cubes over here. So
yeah, once you pour it out, let's see how it looks.
Oh, very excited. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Then you got to get your monocle and your walking stick.
Oh, hold on. Got my walking stick.
There we go. The duck master himself.
Yeah, so I got that. All right, so I will pour it.
All over everything?
Nope. All right, looking pretty good.
There we go. Look at that.
Yeah, it looks like a real drink.
I know, it does. Let's see how it tastes. Pretty good. Nice. Pretty good. I would say it doesn't have the same zhuzh as a freshly made one in a bar by a professional, but I will say not so bad for standing in my office on a Friday night.
Yeah. Well, how's the smell? because usually it's the smell that gets it.
Cheers.
Yeah, it doesn't really have that kind of an odor. Cheers. I do
Cheers.
say it's full of bourbon, which is very forward, which I like a lot. It's a good bourbon.
Good for you.
Yeah, I know, Craig. It's very exciting. So this is the way I pick. Yay! We got a holly jolly Sue.
I'm sticking with my iced tea today.
Yeah,
This is a Long Island iced tea, which is what Glenn should be drinking.
I should be. I should be.
I did not realize coming from Long Island that when you went outside of Long Island, that was an actual cocktail.
I know.
I really thought it was just regular iced tea. And when it's made correctly, you don't actually taste all of those liquors. So when I was then somewhere else, man, I got tipsy real fast. The first one, I'm like, that's normally happen on Long Island. Oops.
Yeah, that sounds like our relationship with martinis these days. You know, they go straight to my head. Raj, what kind of red wine are you drinking over there?
Well, you know, I didn't have too many options in my fridge, but I found a Napa Valley cab.
Nice.
Love that.
Can't go wrong with that.
Napa cab, great.
I know where he's going with this. He didn't have it in his fridge, but he didn't feel like going down to the wine cellar where he's got 10,000. Hey,
Raj, why don't you tell us about your companies and what you're doing there?
Yeah.
oh wait,
you know,
I want you to start with the family business part, right? So let's start with that sort of thing. Get to know you a little bit, and then get into how you broke off into doing the other sorts of things. I want to know if you are with the clan, you're a prodigal son. What's that journey? What's that journey like? And what was the first time you cleaned a hotel room?
Yeah. So, you know, I grew up in Oklahoma and so did my wife. We met at the University of Oklahoma and we were like, we got to get out of here after we graduated college. So we moved to LA and she went to law school. I went to MBA school. We're like, we're going to create this, you know, awesome life. And then both our parents were in business and they were like, you know, why don't we give this a shot? Come back. Like maybe they missed us and maybe we can do something together. So that's how I got back into the family business. That when I was a kid, I was like, I'm never going to come back into this thing. It's a very typical story.
Particularly in the Indian American community. And I would say in a lot of immigrant communities, I just see the Indian American community more in the hotel business where you want to reject what your parents did, but then sometimes you realize it's the right thing. And I never found that with law. I've still rejected that. Never done.
I'm just glad you got a doctor. That's all I can say, Glenn.
What are you talking about? I'm a doctor of passion.
The idea of you and a scalpel in your hand is frightening,
dude. Yeah, I would never, ever want to do a job that had any responsibility to it. That's way too.
That poor patient, they'd be really screwed.
Responsibility takes all the fun out of it.
I know, Rush. Everything I do, I dance with the line of plausible deniability. You know, I say shit, but it, you know, it could be, you know, whatever, and I don't get in trouble. So that's really what my life is all about: skirting responsibility and trouble, and having an old fashioned.
What's the reason why they have to put the X on the body part that needs to be operated on?
Make sure we get the right arm.
Yeah, but you know, Suzanne,
I'll give you the right finger.
But you know, in all fairness, it was Suzanne's fair state why anytime you go into a medical facility now and you're having a procedure done, you get a wristband and 20 people asking you the same freaking question. Why are you here today? No state other than Florida amputates the wrong limb more than the great state of Florida.
That's why I have surgeries now.
When you're about to go under some sort of anesthesia for a procedure, I do not recommend giving them some weird story on your procedure. Because I did that once, and 3 of the nurses are going, "What the hell is he in here for? Did we give him the sedation already?"
So Craig, the real question is, are you allergic to succinylcholine?
Yeah, Craig, are you?
Wow.
Yeah, most of the medical people, like the nurses, when they see that, they can't even say that word on my file. And I'm like, yeah, we're not having surgeries. It's okay. And as long as we do, we're not using that. We're all good.
That's good. That's a tough one to be allergic to. I just went with the classic penicillin when I was filling out the form of what I should be allergic to. So
Yeah, I've got that one too. But
yeah. Raj, what medications are you allergic to?
None that I'm aware of. Hopefully not alcohol. I mean, that's the only medication I'm on right now.
There you go. So, Raj, did you and your wife have a house divided when you were out here before you went back to join the family business? Did one of you go to SC and the other one go to UCLA?
Well, we went to 2 different schools. The problem is she's the smart one and I'm opposite. So she went to SC and I went, not that it's a bad school, but I went to Long Beach State.
There you go. There you go. I used to office not far from Long Beach State for over 25 years. So yeah.
You're fancy. You used to office there. Fancy.
Yeah, who still has one of those?
The old corporate America.
All right, so you guys decided to go back home to Oklahoma, and what happened then?
We were like, let's not settle in Oklahoma. So, so we were like, let's go to Dallas. That's how we ended up in Dallas in 2004.
Right.
Yeah.
That was a good time to. That's a good time to be in Dallas.
Yeah. Well. Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of growth looking back in hindsight.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you had enough space between the J.R. Ewing shooting and, and that you didn't have to really worry about it anymore.
Yeah, we were here when the Cowboys were still in Irving.
Yes.
There you go. The old stadium, yeah.
I don't think we won a playoff game since then, though. But
it's all right.
I'm
a Jets fan. I don't think we've seen the playoffs.
The other thing is when they moved to their new facilities, they lost their season opener. And it's like, that's not a good omen. It really isn't.
No, I don't remember that. But yeah, I think that was 2009.
Yeah.
So in 2004, you get to Dallas, and I guess that's when you decide to start Korea hotels. Would that be?
We started Korea. We bought our first hotel 60 miles southwest of Fort Worth.
Nice.
Wow.
And yeah, just took it from there. And
what kind of property was it?
It was a 48-room exterior corridor Comfort Inn.
I love that.
All right, so let's talk about that for a while. How confident were you the day that you signed the deal, and then give me one moment where you're like, "Fuck, why did you do this?"
To be honest, I had no idea what I was doing.
Yeah.
And we had people like helping us out and like, all right, if you say it's a good deal, I think it's a good deal. Like I'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
Right. What can go wrong?
Right.
Worst case is I'll be cleaning rooms and checking people in and doing everything. So
living in the owner's apartment, the manager's apartment.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I mean, we got in there and just did everything. I just got really lucky, and sometimes it's just a game of right place, right time.
Yeah.
Right.
And natural gas was picking up, the drilling was picking up. There was a nuclear plant nearby that was doing their every 3 or 4 years they come in and do some work on the plant. So yeah, it just turned out to be a great, lucky, right time, right place investment.
Awesome.
Now, how many hotels did you grow to, or was it just the one, and then when you maximized it, you sold it?
No, we that one went really well. I think if I remember right, we bought another one that was in Irving after that, and that was another old, built in the 80s, exterior corridor.
Yeah.
Over 3 acres, just a huge place.
Oh my God, yeah.
It was 3 separate buildings. Yeah, near the airport. So yeah, we grew and we were just kind of buying stuff as there were still deals left over from the past recession.
Right.
2002, 2003. And so we were just kind of looking for those and got lucky on a few and worked our ways from way outside of Dallas back into Dallas. So didn't have that drive and we got to live in the Metroplex.
Oh, wow. Love that.
Yeah. So it was a good time.
That's pretty cool. I love that you did these sorts of things. So, what made you feel so passionate about the hospitality industry? What is it that you like about operating and owning hotels?
Yeah, fast forward a few years, because the first few years are hard because you're finding out things that you just never even knew existed.
Yeah, right. So let me ask you this question then. At what point did you finally feel confident that you knew what you were doing? And then how quickly did you realize that you still had a long way to go after you felt confident?
Well, when you're buying on an upcycle, you feel like you're the smartest guy. So the first few, I was like, I can't go wrong. I'm just like, I'm glad I went to the schools I went to. I just know everything.
Right.
And then the biggest property we bought to date was in 2007, I believe, is when we closed on it.
All right. So just so everybody knows, then everything fell apart in 2008 and we had the Great Recession.
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
So
even
really good. And then the sand goes out from under your feet.
Yeah, pretty much. And I was like, maybe this isn't the right thing for me. I don't know. But through that is where you find out, like, how things really work.
Test your metal. Absolutely.
Yeah. So, you really have to figure out your operations and how to run it and how to be successful with what you have. Yeah.
Now here's a good question for you, because I know Glenn has probably not done one at all. How many rooms did you have to roll up your sleeves on and get in and clean in that process?
I can't.
I've never cleaned a room, but I have had intention to clean a room for the last decades. But I can never get a day in the life of a housekeeper story going. Anyway, sorry, Raj, go for it.
No, that you're fine. There's been times where someone doesn't show up or something happens, and you're like, well, I've got to get these rooms cleaned, and you just go in and clean them. I mean, there's no training or anything that can get you ready for it. Some rooms people are considerate and they're great. You're like, this is not so bad. And then you find ones where you have some inconsiderate guests that were a little too party heavy or something. And you're like,
sorry about that, Raj. I apologize.
I had one. I had an exterior corridor property that I had overseen. And my mom had come into town. It was the holidays, and so there was a problem, and I had to pull my car up. She was with me, and I pulled back the curtains. And when I pulled back the curtains, there was literally a Christmas tree made out of beer cans stacked up.
Oh no!
and there was a lot more in that room. And
oh yeah, there is.
Yeah, she had no idea.
And that was the boredom putting the tree together.
Yeah. She's like, is this what you normally deal with? And I'm like, anything is possible. I'm like, but this is pretty creative.
Yeah, that's impressive, because that takes at least 24 cans.
Oh, there was a lot more than that. I think it was like 3 50-gallon trash bags by the time I was done.
Wow.
It was yeah.
There's a lot behind that tree.
That's quite
The triangle. It was the layers of the triangle.
Triangle, yeah, absolutely. My son was floundering, so at a very young age, I mean, he was an adult, and I got him a job working the front desk in the night audit shift at a select service hotel over by John Wayne Airport.
What could go wrong?
I gotta tell you, that didn't last long. Yeah. So, he got some good discipline out of it. I'll say that. And then he went and tried a couple other things. And I said, no. You're coming to work for the old man now.
Hey, you find out a lot of good information and do a lot of growing up when you work the night audit.
Yeah, you do.
That was actually my favorite shift. Out of all the shifts, what would you, if you had to roll up your sleeves and get in, what was the favorite either department or shift that you ended up having to fill in that you might gravitate towards?
The one I did the most of would be the day shift, the 7 to 3. I've covered that the most. But, there's been times when I was the first person that the hotel would call. And if you're getting a call at 11:15,
oh yeah,
you're going in.
You're already out the door to the car while you're on the phone with them. Yeah.
Yeah, like don't leave the hotel. I'll be there in 15 minutes. Just stick around.
Man, that's rough. That's really rough. Suzanne, why did you like the Friday night, the night audit so much? Why
I heard it on the Friday nights at all. Actually, I liked it because, especially if I was a GM at the same time, or even if I was a guest service manager, I could essentially multitask, right? So I was really efficient at being able to get the night audit done and done quickly. And then I could also do other tasks that also needed to get done. So I could do
that reads
in that same shift and then be okay. So that if I had to go back and work the AM shift, I could do that as well.
Yeah, Raja, Holly Jolly Suzanne is a major slacker, as you can tell.
Suzanne, do you know why Glenn and I absolutely refuse to multitask? And it does not have anything to do with sharing the same brain.
Because then you would be asked to do more things than what you currently are asked to do, which is
No,
really
you're wrong.
Okay.
No, we screw up too many things at the same time, and we'd rather just screw up one thing at a time.
Yeah,
and that's like everything. So yeah, I guess just do nothing.
Listen, I don't know where Craig's coming from. I like to multi-screw up quickly because I want to be efficient. If I'm going to F it up, I want to get it done quickly and then go back to being a slacker. You know,
that's what I have to deal with. I've got slackers above me.
I think I just found my New Year's resolution. This is great.
Off more. Yeah.
Send me help.
There's nothing wrong with slacking off. It's more fun.
No, Raj, I am so going to try to do that over the next 2 weeks. I'm very excited because we are at this calendar is working out amazing this year.
Yeah.
That in my role as a media kind of person, the last week of the year has always been quiet and dead, right? But this year I get 2 weeks, and I'm really hoping I could just take a deep breath. That'd be really restorative, and I don't have to like focus on anything except a couple of side projects that I'm working on, which will be easy. So I'm very excited. And then, I don't have to talk to anybody either, which is going to be awesome. No, I love talking to people every day.
Personal side projects.
Yeah, I'm trying to do a book thing, and this is my chance to catch up. But I don't want to talk about it too much because then I'll jinx it and screw it all up, and then I'll feel even more shame than I do now on a daily basis, and I can't afford to do that. It's the holiday season. I'm trying to be like shameless, or shame-free. Yeah, I'm no William H. Macy. I don't want to put that out. I don't want to put that out there.
Too funny. So, Raj, when did M1 Intel come into play? How long ago did you make the transition from the hotel company to that?
Well, also, you've done other companies first. So
yeah,
maybe the place to start is, where did you get the itch beyond just being a hotel owner operator?
Yeah, I mean, it came back in 2013 when revenue management was in its infancy.
And there we go. I love that. Spreadsheets.
Yeah, and that's what it was. Everyone had a different spreadsheet. Yep. And I was like, at the time we had 7 different brands and 7 different revenue managers with 7 different companies. And I was like, this is crazy because, to think in a different way for each one. So yeah, we started a revenue management company, myself and Bill Davio started. Nice. Yeah. So, we didn't really have a solid plan. We were like, let's just make something, and I think people will like it. And so
it probably worked out since it got acquired by Lighthouse and all. So I'm gonna guess.
Yeah, they liked it just a little. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we just sat there and put it together and hoped we would get 10, 20 hotels on board. And for the first year, we were like, nobody likes this except us. And then after year 2, it just started to take off.
Yeah, it kind of sounds to me like more like people didn't really understand what the opportunity was there. Right. They didn't like it, right?
Yeah, I think sometimes like when something's in its infancy and people are like, the biggest question we got is like, why do I need revenue management? And you would never hear that today.
That is so crazy.
God, yeah, that is funny. That's funny.
I mean,
in hotels, we didn't have revenue managers. Like that was not a job. That was not a thing.
Right. Well, to be. Yeah. Sorry, Suzanne. I didn't mean to cut you off. Please continue.
No, that was not a thing. So to have this concept, these owners, these operators, they did not believe that was something that they needed to do. They just let go and, let's wing it on a prayer and figure it out.
Yeah, a lot of what was going on at that particular time was like when they would set like seasonal rates, like in October, it's this.
Right.
Care that like the biggest event of all time is coming to them on October 15th,
I remember one company I was at, I loved going into the revenue manager's office and watching him just go through all the screens and what every hotel was doing, cross-checking it with what was happening in the area and watching the rates escalate and the rooms selling out. It was just, it was better than Vegas, Glenn. We were winning.
Yeah, you got that right, because like you're in the screen and you've got all the rates and you're like, what if I go up $2 here? Will I make $2 more? Yeah, you're just like punching the numbers in.
Yeah. I feel like the only one that wins in Vegas now is Vici Properties, for sure. Raj, so did you start this just thinking this was going to be your own thing, or did you go in with the intentionality of rolling it out to other hotels? My gut is telling me that it was more of like, let's see if we can maximize our opportunity, and then a light bulb kind of went off at some point.
We started out thinking, let's build it for our hotels.
Yeah.
But then let's take it out. And so we just did kind of bootstrap the company and started with 7 hotels, and that kind of funded it from the beginning.
Wow.
And then it just grew. And, the funniest resistance question, when I got through to someone like, why do I need revenue management? And then they'd be like, well, you guys are just changing rates. Like that, I don't know if I should pay you for that. Right. So it was a lot of educational stuff that we had to go through and basically educate why you need revenue management.
All right. So that is so crazy to me. Of course, hindsight is 2020, and no offense to anybody, because things were so different. They really didn't know. And these are genuine questions. So how did you approach explaining to them without insulting them that by paying more attention to market dynamics, they could make more money?
Well, we just had to tell them, we'll do it all for you. So we were basically selling the service, and if you don't like it, fire us. We won't care. Like it's fine. Right. So we were no contracts.
I tell people too, but then if I do get fired, I go and cry in a corner.
you get about 30 minutes to cry, and then you get back.
That's right.
Yeah, you're not. Yeah, absolutely. No, and I loved it when we were signing up management agreements, and that was part of our portfolio of services. And initially, the company I was with, they didn't have an escape hatch for the owner. And I'm going, okay, no, we got to build that in, because if we're failing them, now we're in a bad marriage and nobody's happy. So we started building
our entire audience on this show.
You can ask my 2 ex-wives. That's why I snapped the 2. Okay.
Amy, you better weigh in here, please. Thanks, Amy.
Okay, Amy is not my ex-wife, and yes, Doreen Rolani said she's going to be my next ex-wife, but she's not. But yeah,
she's all about getting deals done, so she'll just make it happen real quick. So
love it. Love what you're doing. That's just phenomenal.
Yeah. So,
go ahead.
So Raji, so you got it going and stuff like that. At what point did you feel like people were really starting to understand what revenue management was and why it would be helpful for them? Did the Great Recession help, maybe?
Well, this was after the Great Recession, right? Because we started in 2013.
Right, in 2013. Yeah.
Yeah. So we were just kind of going up, and what caught on first was the service. We were like, we'll bring on the service to us. It doesn't matter if you have Choice, Wyndham, Hilton, Marriott. We won't tell them we're doing it, and we'll just do it, because they were all like, you can't have a third-party revenue manager. But they liked that, we were more efficient because we could put all your calls back to back, and you have one guy to talk to.
There you go.
Yeah. So I think there may still be flying under the radar. I don't know. So we'll keep it quiet. Yeah, but when it started to catch on, because it was, what's crazy about the hotel industry is once one person likes it, he tells his friends, and it just grows like wildfire.
It's monkey see, monkey do.
Especially within the Indian American hotel community, which is just like you tell your cousin, and then it's like everybody knows in 8 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, look at the brands. You know, who was the first brand to have a soft brand? Then within 48 hours, they all had them.
That was Choice Hotels, the Ascend collection in 2009, I believe it was. I like to give them credit for that because they really saw opportunity and somebody had a really smart idea. It was very transformative to the industry, and it's affected every single major company out there. So kudos to Choice Hotels with that one. I hope whoever came up with the idea got themselves a good bonus.
Hey,
for that
Glenn, check your phone. Has there been a new brand launch since we went on the air?
Hold on. I'm checking right now. Oh, interesting. Because of the holidays, there's only been 7 brand launches since we went live. So, so the launchometer is lower. It's ebbing right now. So we see we're predicting 5 to 6 brand launches per day through the new year, and then we'll be up to 20 to 30 per day by the 5th of January. So we're excited. Yeah.
I think everyone should have at least 50 brands. I mean, that way it's just fair. It's a good round number.
Raj, one of my evil fantasies, I don't know if I've ever said this on air or not, is to like be on stage with one of the CEOs of the major companies and say, name your brands, go. And if they could do that, I don't think anyone can. I think it's too much. You know
what would be a fun game is to put them in one of their brands' guest rooms, let them open their eyes.
Right. Hey,
tell me which brand this is.
Yeah, welcome to Name That Brand.
Hosted by Glenn Hausman.
Yeah, you're CEO of a major hotel company. You've got 47 brands. We'd like you to identify this brand. It comes in, you've got defined swim lanes. It comes in at $97 to $99 a night. It's known to appeal towards upscale people who feel they're mobile in society but really hate coffee. We're very excited. What brand is it? So I think that's
you got a new shtick for 2026 on stage.
And we're going to sell that show to Disney Plus next week.
I think it's a great idea.
Oh yeah.
Because
no, Raj, he takes great ideas and he builds companies out of it. Get in on that commission.
Yeah,
sure.
That's the fastest way to end a career is to shame your people that you're working with. We tried that for the first 195 episodes of this show, but we decided to start a new leaf with you today.
Nice.
Oh man, this old fashioned is hitting pretty good. I'm drinking it
pretty good with that, huh?
Yeah, man. This is like this is reminding me of our tequila days when we
Rob, when
we first started the show, we thought we could outsmart the system, and we were drinking tequila, and it did not.
We were flaming out every show. Yeah.
I'm feeling pretty saucy. I think I'm going for Mexican food after that, so I'm gonna like have these old fashions, then hit the tequila bottle. So I don't know.
Oh, that's gonna make for an interesting evening.
Yeah.
Good idea. Well, maybe on that note, Suzanne, we should do our happy birthday.
Okay, we can do our happy
You know what? My
No.
producer for my conference, Arnie Garfinkel, his beautiful bride, who I refer to as Bon Bon. Bonnie Garfinkel just had a birthday today. Well, actually, it was a couple of days ago, but
Happy 29th birthday, Bon Bon.
That's right. We wanted to wish Bon Bon a happy birthday. So, Dr. Producer Suzanne, please play that video. There we go.
Happy
I'm
birthday.
sure Artie's watching somewhere in Hawaii right now, and he'll be playing that for her a little later today.
Show up at like 5:50.
I hope they have enough tissues to clean up her tears after she sees that. So, Raj, what is you went ahead and you sold that company, and then you said that's not good enough. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna do another company. I'm gonna focus on sales this time, which is what M1 Intel is all about. So, where'd that come from? And what did you learn from the first company that may have changed your intentionality with starting the second company?
Yeah, so I'll give you a little bit of backstory on this one.
Yeah.
We sold the revenue management company in 2022, and I had already planned we were going to take the family and go live in Spain for a year.
Nice.
And so it just lined up at the end of 2022.
I love that idea.
Yeah, my kids at the time, I forgot how old they were. It was like 7, 9, and 11 or something like that. And so we were like, we'll just do a year over there. And it was one of the hardest things I ever did, but I ended up having a lot of time. So I loved Europe because you didn't have the hustle and bustle of the US.
Yeah. Right.
And we were like, we should do this again, what we did with selling that company. And so, yeah, we started in 2023. We're like, let's start the development and see what we can do, because we always had an internal sales system that we had been using for the previous 10 years. And we're like, let's just redevelop it. This time, let's see how far we can go with just Nina and I as the owners, and keep it small, but keep it fun. So that's where we are today.
That's pretty awesome. All right. So I say this with love, but where do you get the balls to think that your sales process or your revenue management is better than everybody else out there and they're going to buy it from you?
Yeah, I don't know if I'd say it's just being stupid or or just thinking I'm right. I don't know what the answer is.
Yeah, I love that. That's so honest. It's freaking awesome.
Yeah, no.
But I'm like, if you're not selling this way and you're not following this process, then what are you doing? I just don't know. And people that use a CRM usually have a saying like, if it's not in the CRM, you didn't do it.
Right.
And through 2020, 2021, 2022, all those post-COVID years, the hotels had so much turnover. And now, in 23 and 24, like you're going back after the companies you had in 18, 19. And who remembers who those people were?
Right.
Companies you had.
Yeah.
Now, is a CRM really relevant today?
I use the word CRM loosely. But, there's different CRMs. There's the ones that you reach out to the guests that stayed at your hotel. Yeah. We're more in terms of, I'm working with this company down the street, and how do I track that communication? And, how do I send them a contract? How do I maintain their rooming list? So I would say it's still
quite a bit more than just a typical CRM. Now, working with publicly held companies where they said, you will enter all the information and we own it.
Yeah.
I always fought it and told them no. And they go, well, we've got all the information based on your productivity. I said, oh, really? I said, have you ever looked at the files? Said, everything's opened up to me. You've got no idea who the buyer is. You know who the seller is. You know what the property address is. You don't know who the brokers are. You don't know who the lender or the insurance carrier is, because everything's coming through me. And they're going, well, you need to start it. No. Why would I make myself obsolescent?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, we try to make it in a way where it helps you along your workflow.
Yeah, totally. You got to understand. Craig just loves to stick it to the man. That's totally different than what you're successfully accomplishing.
Yeah,
I like to stick it to the man too. So,
but it's almost like also a project management aspect too, right? In terms of that flow.
That's the way it should be. Absolutely.
Yeah, and now you have. There's so many different entities. This is what makes it so interesting in the hotel world. Yeah. You have some hotel companies that are pushing a CRM down your throat. Like, you must use this one. But again, you've got owners that are with 1, 2, or 3 different brands. You're like, how do I share information for my portfolio? And then I want to own I don't want you to own the data that I'm working on.
Right.
I want to own it. So, just navigating those nuances.
Yeah. What are you even allowed to do? Because this is kind of like this weird place that I don't quite understand. If brand.com sends you a guest and they check into your hotel, what are you allowed to do with that information?
So if, let's say you booked my hotel and I'm just digging for
I'm
leads.
very loyal to my company, that brand, because I've got great status. So I went through brand.com when I came to your hotel. So
yeah, and we're not changing that behavior. It's just I'm seeing that, hey, you're with no vacancy news. You know, do you guys travel here a lot? Like, I'm just building loyalty to my specific property.
Right. And you're legally allowed to have like a separate database kind of thing because they walked into your hotel. I don't know how any of that works.
Yeah, because we've been communicating. I'm not soliciting you. So, you know, we start a conversation and you may, Craig may be coming next week and you're like, yeah, let's create a relationship here.
Right. Oh, so yeah. So I come in, I'm talking to you at the front desk and I'm like, yeah, my boy Craig's coming in and he really wants to stick it to the man. So he wants to stay with you guys. How can we make that happen? Or I say like,
and then our gal, Suzanne's coming in and she needs to stay here as well.
Yeah. And then how do we maintain that whole relationship? So that's all done with this.
Because that starts to then become your L&Rs, your locally negotiated rate accounts that when you're getting that person, then you try and negotiate something better.
Yeah.
I didn't know what I did as a GM.
Nice.
damn. This is why she's Dr. Producer Suzanne.
Dr. Producer,
Daniel, happy holidays, bro.
Happy holidays, Daniel.
Yeah, I wanted to bring this comment up, not for that, just because look at our spiffy holiday background that we got going on over there. So very excited.
But Glenn, we do have our holiday shirts on.
We do. All right, so I got resting Grinch face over here.
I went with a dress tonight.
Yes, you did. Look at you.
Oh, I should have. Didn't get the memo. I should have put on an ugly sweater.
I think
Oh, good idea. Next year,
that somebody was gonna have a shirt on, and I was like, I think he meant having a holiday shirt on, and left that part out. And so I was kind of worried that you were gonna not even wear a shirt coming in today. Again, they don't strive for accuracy in their emails.
Hey, nobody wants to see Glenn or I with a shirt off. Okay.
Well, he was jumping out of that birthday cake with no shirt on.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's true. I mean, I was fit when that was taken, but I've been eating a lot of holiday chocolate since then. So I gained 97 pounds in the last 3 weeks, which is unfortunate.
When you're on the road.
It's hard to eat well when you're on the road. Holly Jolly Suzanne.
But I think that's a diet old fashioned that you're drinking.
Yes.
Yeah, very good. Very good. Very good.
I just always love that joke. It's like I love the quarter pounder with cheese, the large fries, and the Diet Coke.
There you go. And
it came out of a bottle that was prepackaged, so the calories don't count.
Yeah,
it was made fresh by the bartender, and then the calories.
Exactly.
Yeah, you can't smell anything, so there's no calories. Okay.
Yeah, Raj. When I'm in Vegas, I do a lot of walking, so I convince myself I can eat anything because I'll just walk it off. Not a problem. I'll just walk it off. And because I didn't eat a lot when I was on this last Vegas trip, now I'm at home.
Now
Now I can put on a couple of pounds. It's okay.
Well, they make those treadmills that you could just put under your desk. So when you're doing this podcast, you could be walking.
It is.
Then he'd be like the whole time.
I'm already restless enough.
Then it's like a cancel out. They just offset.
Yeah. Now I feel like I should be a Hollywood agent doing deals or something. Right?
I can't do calls on my walking pad. I can try and do other things, but I can't do Zoom calls. It just doesn't work for me.
Well, 100% I'd be out of breath. So I'd be like, what are you doing over there?
I've definitely done a lot of conference calls while walking in the woods, but now everybody wants to do video calls. So I can't do that necessarily as much because it's like, if I'm staring too much at the phone, I'm definitely going to trip over a giant log. Yeah.
What was that?
You fall into the poison ivy, Glenn.
Yeah.
What was that movie that was all shot in the woods with amateur cameras? Was it Blair Witch?
Blair Witch Project.
Yeah. Very good. Very good.
I'm going to stand in the corner for flight purposes. Yeah. Blair Witch Project was a pretty big deal, and what was really cool about that was it was like the first real one to use the internet in a very creative way to promote a movie, and it really kind of transformed marketing of filmmaking at a really interesting time, which is pretty cool. But I think I liked Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle more.
That's one of the all-time greats.
I love that movie.
Lower stakes. Although I would say getting White Castle is pretty high stakes. Raj, I had White Castle last week.
How did it go? Were you okay?
All right, so here's what happened. I was at the Virgin Hotel, Las Vegas. It was great being over there. Had a couple of drinks with a buddy of mine. Might have had a number of Casamigos Blancos. I don't know. I'm just saying. And he left, and then I'm like, I got to eat something. And I went to this sushi and robata place, and there was a 2-hour wait. And I'm like, I can't do that. And then I'm like, I can't eat Korean barbecue right now. That's too much for me. So I like, all right, I'll have White Castle. So I had some onion chips and 4 White Castles and a fish sandwich. It was delightful, really delightful.
My go-to in Vegas is secret pizza at the Cosmopolitan.
Nice.
Really good.
Yeah.
Really good. Really good. For those of you who don't know, if you're looking at Jose Andres' restaurant, it's just to the left down a corridor. It's unlabeled over there. Raj, great choice. I like it. And I will say it's the closest to New York pizza I've ever had in Las Vegas, I think.
Yeah, it's great.
Raj, what's your favorite game in Vegas?
You know, even though they keep changing the odds not in my favor, I like to play craps.
Nice. Yeah.
That's the best game in the house.
Yeah.
At
least you get to control kind of what's going on.
Kind of. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's also just it's so much fun. It's so much action. And I'm very nervous kind of guy when it comes to losing money. So like I can't play craps anymore now that they don't have like $5 minimums, because we're talking $15, $25 minimum bet. You're really talking about having hundreds of dollars on the table, and that's just too much for me. But there's nothing more fun than like throwing down a chip and going, "Hey, give me a yo, give me a heart aid, all that kind of stuff," and then hitting one of those things. It's just the best. It's the most Vegas-y Vegas thing ever. I love it.
You don't even really need to know what you're doing. You just kind of mumble some things and point at a few things on the table, and the dealer will take care of it.
Oh, I love that.
And they're all trained so well that they really will like tell you everything that you need to know, so you don't F up. And then they're very good about when you've made a mistake, about correcting you, so you feel good even though you fucked up.
It's just one of the funnest games.
Yeah. Was that correct?
Raj?
I wish I was there more for just fun, but it's always a hotel conference. Yeah. But those are fun too. Those are fun.
I hope to get to Vegas one day.
Glenn spends half the year in Vegas.
Second home.
I was there 5 or 6 times this past year, but the last trip I was there 11 days. So
oh no. Yeah,
he was happy. He was okay.
Him on day 11 is amazing. Okay, me on day 2, I want to commit suicide. But Glenn is.
It's all right. I know a guy, so I got the president's medical team to be looking after me.
I want to see your ankles now. Wait a minute. Let's see your ankles. Oh, we almost got a spit take out of him, Suzanne. Almost.
Yeah. Raj, so I had I was there because I had a speaking gig, and then I had another speaking gig, and there's just no point in coming all the way back to New York, right? So I just stayed there, and I just hung out with some contacts and some friends, and did some content and all that kind of stuff. And I really I do this deal every year with the Nevada Hotel and Lodging Association. My friend Shannon McCallum over at Resorts World is going through great changes. Hey, congratulations to everyone who just got some promotions over there. Really excited for you. But now I have to make some changes to the videos I just shot because you all have new titles. Anyway, so I do this event every year, and it's great because it's like at the end of the year when everything starts to quiet down and it's just super chill. And I get work done, but it's kind of like at a different pace than the rest of the year, you know? So it's kind of like a nice entree into where we are right now, which is before I break down completely.
Oh, we have to film your breakdown, Glenn. Come on.
Yeah.
Listen, if he can't film doing 6 hotels in Vegas to show us something different, what honestly makes you think we're going to film a breakdown?
Yeah. I stayed at 6 hotels in 12 days. Right.
Oh, wow. That's a lot of moving around.
It was a lot of moving around, but it's all right. I just made it easier on myself. I just wore the same pair of underwear the entire 2 weeks.
Oh, that's gross. Okay, Dad, I think you need to play our holiday videos before we get into.
She's dying.
Do you want the short one or the long one first?
Do the Christmas one first, because we're going to give Glenn his gift after the Hanukkah one.
So, is the Christmas one the long one or the short one?
Yeah, he doesn't.
Sorry, I didn't watch
Christmas one will start with me.
This.
Just play him. Don't worry about it.
All right, here we go.
He loves to dance and spin a happy game of dreidel. Complain now, let's begin.
Okay, let's give Glenn his present.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's really long. That was good enough. I'm worried about the other video for YouTube copyright stuff.
We've got that. Don't worry about it.
All right.
Suzanne, why don't you bring up his Hanukkah present? Then we'll go to the other one. Glenn, because you are such a fan of Batman, we've got a course for you up in Canada, The Science of Batman. It is 1.5 units to get your certificate, but it's only 3 hours. So, Glenn, I want you to look into the camera, do a one shot on Glenn, and I want you to say, "I'm Batman."
All right, here we go. I'm Batman.
There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay, Suzanne, now play the other one. There we go. Happy holidays, everybody. Glenn, that should bring you right up into the moment where we're ready to do the shameless plugs.
Yeah, baby. I'll hit that, Suzanne. Chudasama, somehow you made it through this bullshit. So now you are rewarded with the opportunity to shill anything you want. So tell us a little bit maybe about M1 Intel and how we could learn more.
Yeah, m1intel.com. The product is called Matrix, and we'll just show you what you've been missing and how to improve your processes, be more efficient. Give us a shot.
Awesome. Wow, that was really succinct and to the point. I was not prepared for your efficiency. That was awesome. Thank you, Suzanne.
Listen, the holidays are upon us. We need to take a time and a breakout, but don't forget you need to register for your AI and machine learning class. We start when we're back. You need to register by January 5th. This class is almost sold out, so use these codes. They are still valid. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love it. Craig?
Hey, we just wrapped the first half of season 11 of Click Connect. Yes, we're done. We're taking some time off. We've got a great part 2 of our series with the Women in Hospitality Leadership Alliance. Lynn Elliott is my co-host on that. So check that out. And we got our holiday video out. It's all good. We're taking some time off, Glenn. I'm going to actually sleep in the morning, so it's all good. Thank you, everybody. Thank you to our guests. Thank you to our advertisers. And thank you to our audience. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Happy New Year.
Hey, awesome. Hey, thanks everybody. Over 1,000 No Vacancy episodes, 10 years of No Vacancy, January 1st. Huge deal for me, but more importantly, if you're going to be at the Fish Shows in Madison Square Garden, December 28th, 30th, 31st, come hang out with me. Let's have some Casamigos Blanco and party and all of that kind of stuff. That's all I'm worried about is just freaking some downtime and nothing. I got nothing to plug. Except happy holidays, happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, happy Kwanzaa, happy whatever the heck you celebrate out there. This has been a lot of fun, man. This is awesome. You never know what you're going to get. Thank you for being here with us. All right, we'll see you. We'll see you all next year. We're off for the next couple of weeks because you don't give a fuck about us. All right, we'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.
Don't talk over the credits. Glenn gets